Hey guys, I welcome you guys to Manhwa Haven. So guys, this story is an essay of our pretense which is about right war Haveli aliens whose color is powder hanji. So in the beginning of this story, we are shown a scene of a canyon where Howley Airlines had sent some people to welcome our hero here, but such and such king was moving forward by killing everyone. He says to the people, so by killing some people here, you are definitely showing yourself to be more confident than anyone else. Let's see how powerful you are after all. And after eating this, they also attacked our hero, but he is such a great king and he can easily defeat him. He kills all the people with utmost brutality. He gives it to someone's throat and someone's stomach easily, and he says in his elder voice that I have even forgotten how many people I have lost while killing my people. I have come a little far and have shown us that slowly and gradually he has helped many people here. They come to do that. They all were killed here. He went to Kavita while killing them all, and he says that for 30 years I have wanted a freedom, but till now my eyes want to please see, but they never see. After drinking and eating this, he moved ahead and seeing that all those who come in his way are killed there, people were also very surprised that yes, in what way a man is killing people, and after seeing this he says that there is no magic in this thing, that he is one of the top 10 stock guest martial artist masters, the best in this world. King Hazan, and today after we jump in the air he makes everyone late there again, but he had gone too far and he says that what am I am fed up. His count is not going to end here, after which he again starts fighting with everyone and kills all the people who come in front of him. He also has to be killed there, and now while killing everyone here he slowly says that he has to survive. It must be because I had given my whole life to Halia like a dog, but his feelings were very deep, and still he controls himself and says that ultimately I gave away all the zodiac signs, and after that my life became free. We will spend time together. So he bites his lips and says that you must have courage. And after doing this he stands up again with his sword, and then running fast forward says just a little more, and after knowing just a little more he will reach the secret place, where we can go and consume it separately and also harsh, after which my energy will be fulfilled, and at the same time my lot will be full, i.e. eat mine. After which I will completely become half a human being, and is she pregnant? He was running forward, then after going a little further, he falls on the ground. He takes a deep breath and looks like a child on the ground. Like I had fallen down and was taking a fast half yes, lying on the ground. He says I feel like I am in my. Even before tweeting to the village, I will go and die like a hungry madman because I don't have the slightest belief that 7 days ago, I had even a small fire, due to which I am still alive. I am really very hungry. Right now my condition is such that I will satisfy anything, anyone. I will go to cut Shava, but then he feels someone's shadow in the sky, due to which he comes and attacks such people, and why does he cause harm? But today at such a time, he has lit a torch on him and given him the power of the purse. He also said that it was a surprise, and looking at his technique he asked whose style technique was more powerful. Even the best essayer of the world could not notice this thing. After which he again disappears from the west in front of Harijan, and he had understood the technique, and he strikes on him behind the session Harijan, but yes. Namaste. I went back, but that strike is so powerful that it kills many trees there. He gives yes, that is, after seeing this, he says that his martial power is very strong, that with his sword, he can kill the entire forest in one strike, and Han says in his big voice, the day after tomorrow, definitely so in the center plane. The strongest session is named Deathload, and after seeing the losses it says that, I think this thing is only behind me, but I never thought that D Steel King 8 lits. All of them will also go inside it. Really, I feel like I am Rim, so I will know in this way that you will be in the top 10. Be one of the strongest, because if you killed the person here who made 1000 mashallah artist, and here you also cut him into small pieces because he is tired here. So really I feel that you can become one of the top 10 strongest after hearing this. It is like this. Sun gets very angry and Deadload gets angry, after which both of them attack each other again. They move forward to do this. Their eyes meet each other, after which there is a sound of sword of both of them, and they both stand on the side, and after the death of both of them, now only this was to be seen, that after all, who is alive, but Death Note bleeds from his mouth, after which he vomits blood and falls there. It means that our hero has won here again. After taking a deep breath, he says while watching the video, if you are finished watching the show here, then you are here to listen to the Shakti Ho. After that the lady starts coming out and seeing her, Harryan too gets very surprised and says, Damon's cigarette is more powerful, and she looks at Han and says that he is my owner. You still know me. It has been more than 6 years. It has been a long time since we met Harjan, after which we are again shown the scene of the canyon where everyone's dead bodies were lying. A man has to speak to the first elder. All the dead bodies here are of the martial arts masters of Steel Blue Fortress, so the first elder also praises Hazan and says that he has indeed killed many martial arts masters of Steel Blue Fortress. Till now he has kept a good name for himself, because above is alive, after which he shouts to everyone and tells him, follow Darnji, who is coming from inside the secret Blue Queen, because of course Jean will also be there. After which we will be told by the secret Blue Queen that she does the secret blue so that she can maintain her appearance otherwise. So its age is more than 60 years. Looking at the face of one's, no one can guess that it is any. She may also kill insects, but Al is a very devilish murderer, and there is not a single night in her life when she does not kill anyone. She sleeps at night, and seeing this, Han gets very nervous and says, Straight Blue Fortress. Duster Session and Troop, seeing whom Hajun says in his forest that even they did not have enough steel. Bread Fortress, his best session and Troop, and more, have turned this scene monster into a thing. And not only that, it really makes sense to see how long he's been trying to cook me up. Seeing this, his hands were also cupping, and he says, but whatever happens, I still have one move which I did. I have kept the Bloody Queen hidden with me. Seeing Hajun, she says to him, I am really very disappointed with you that despite the special relationship between us, you are raising your sword on me. Farhanji says nervously, special relationship. Fuck Joe and do this kind of nonsense, Bandemand. Queen Damon Queen tells him that you are really glorious. I did not even think that in your condition you can use so many streaks. So I will recommend you where you are. Dada place. Listen to the path. Yes, yes, no. Taking his style, he says, why don't I show you what I have done? After all, I have had so many stars and children till now. Why would I be afraid of a 60-year-old old man who only knows how to talk nonsense? Hearing this, I told him in a more forceful voice that if one more time between the two, Grandma said, I will take your spice out of your body, even if I have to. How much should I request you not to do this? Yes, G says nervously that it was so scary. I think with time you're becoming very sensitive about your age. That is why I had not seen you, Grandy Ma. Now after hearing this, the team he started getting very angry at her, after which he calmed himself down and smiled. She says yes, no. She was a little confused, and the Demon Queen smiles and says to her, as I thought, it is all true that you have been raised by reliance in the best way. So Blue, she had requested me so that I, after finishing you and looking at you, your energy and content are destroyed. As it is, there is a lot of good energy inside it. That is, this thing definitely belongs to the D Great Nice Act. After which she further says that it is so much of a lotus that I know that I had to catch it alive, but I would like to see this tomorrow. It would be a surprise as to how you killed the assessment masters, i.e. the marshals of Definite. He has learned the art power completely from her, and after seeing her also, he understood what was the reason due to which she is still stuck. Hence he tells her in the same way, now I have understood this. What is the reason why you are still standing here? Otherwise you would have liked my blood long time ago. Haveli Reliance. Do you want to know the secret of martial arts and marriage is also behind his coffee tension information? A little hobby tells him that you are more or less of a lotus. I thought that you are such a fool who only cares for blood. You don't know anything except doing, but you know how to use your brain, which, Bad Han tells her, but Demand Queen, you don't have the slightest intention of rallying on the Steel Blue Fortress, so first let me know about it. No, why did I say it right? There was one more thing, a team in Queen. Then she starts getting angry. She says, you caught me, if I tell you the truth. I don't need even a single request of press on Steelbed and Secret Mansion aliens. I just want 9 sets of martial arts power. If you give it to me, I take it as a gentle message that I will kill you here. So tell me, don't you feel that it is a fair deal after seeing it, but feeling nervous after seeing it? Smiling, he says to her, come here. Why are there so many disloyal cams inside the Great River? This is not a favorite. I know it very well because of the blue pressure inside you. Hearing this, he says with great pride, of you blue parasite, after which we are told in its big this is the end for all, which is the mansion reliance. Blue pressure, which is right for you, decides what you will betray. So the Blue Queen tells him that I am this thing, your life child. I am power because your life and everything important is handed over to the leaders of the aliens. And this is the reason why you can never cheat the mansion aliens. Tell me, can I remove the blue pressure from your body? Isn't this a fair trade for you? After hearing this, Han was scared for a bit, and the Blue Queen, moving towards him, said, "Come, I will free you from this thing. Unless I do it, you will tell me the secret martial art. Till then I will protect this thing." But as soon as he is about to move forward, Han starts laughing loudly, and seeing this, Blue gets a little surprised, after which Han says to him, "Blue Queen, do you think so? This is the reason why she is after me, because I am running away from her back to inject the net." She is surprised and says, "Do you want to say this to me? I had to reach its highest level so that I could break through its net formation. But even after training on something for a long time, I felt that I would never be able to achieve it. So if I give you the technique here, will you let me know now?" Blue was looking towards him without hearing anyone, but is present and shouts at him, saying that I am not like this. Stop talking nonsense, because I know very well what kind of woman you are. 30 years of my life were spent on me by those bastards. So do you think that even after all this, someone can come and make a fool of me? If you hear that you will disappear from my sight, then you will disappear from here. If you are in the list, then I will forgive life here by discussing. She tells him angrily, "If you have the courage to shout at me in this way, when you yourself have stood so close to your death," after which she, and even more angrily, she says in a heavy voice that now there is no need to worry about this thing, because I, like you, I am not a useless person of any kind, and I don't let anyone stay alive after being raped, and anyway I know that you and I had no martial arts power. Your eyes have always been clearly of this." And Han also releases his eyes inside his sword and says to him, "Your eyes are also mine." She is saying that after all, I am not going to die by asking this question. Hence the TV queen tells him that if it is so, then go and beat him, idiot, and if it is true that after eating, his face had become very scary and Hajis also attacked him. While doing this he says, "No, you go and hit Grandma." After this their powers collide with each other, due to which a very big blast occurs there, and this blast system is very powerful, due to which a very big balloon of smoke is formed there, and due to this the surrounding things are also being destroyed. There are forests, trees and plants, and after all this became quiet we saw that the Time Queen. I had inserted the claws of my hands inside Han's hands. Yes, I was surprised to see this, and then the First Elder also came there. He goes over him and he says, "The First Elder has also come here. After coming here, it doesn't seem that I can back here now," and as soon as the First Elder comes there with his single attack, both his. After this, the Blue Queen gives the cat to both his hands with her claws. Yes, it was a very surprising surprise to see, because both of his hands were completely cut, after which the team and the Queen got very angry. She thrusts her whole hand inside his chest, and with each strike but he had already died, and due to the strike, Honey's eyes had gone out, after which the Blue Queen had placed her hand on the right side of Han's chest. He was not completely killed yet, and there was a lot of blood coming from his mouth. And he was sitting there in the party where he was the queen and held her head, and she was smiling and saying, "What kind of scene is this that you have given away both your arms and legs? Now why not here? I should also uproot your head from your house." After which she started slowly uprooting the head, due to which the blood in her eyes. That snake was visible with its face, and says to him, "And after doing this now you show your head in front of someone. You will not be able to raise him in this manner." After which she uproots his head and plays with his blood and says, "Now go to hell and keep crawling there like a parasite. You will be able to do this with food like this." Purchase had been killed here. After which Han's soul coming out of the body says, "After all, it was that movement or I died there. But I always wanted to live a normal life. This was my dream, to live a normal life like a human being. What could I get by becoming a normal human being? What was so impossible that I could not achieve it? But could I have someone again? I can't find peace when I live a normal life." After which we join Haveli team. And the scene of cult is shown where a man was sleeping in the room whose health is very bad. His body is gone, and then another voice of Harijan came. "Can I be given another chase?" and said, "This is the man's eyes." There is open cast here, after which now Haveli team is shown here. A man bowing his head says, "Where all the divines. Techniques do not ask any questions, Shakti." Probably all the teams bow before him. I greet the fourth, or master of divine cult here. Fourth and master, who is sitting in front of us, is copying that man very comfortably. Fourth friends tells me I felt her purse. third prince. On hearing this, the fourth friends are very happy and say that the whole thing is going better than my expectation for some reason. After which we are shown the scene of Hanyan. After meeting many people in my life, I was sitting with my friend and he tells him that we are here, or we should go soon otherwise the leaders will come to know about us, and at the same time he has seen something with his friend and asks what is that, then the boy asks him, do you want to see it? Ho! After which he places a bird made of wood in Hajun's hand. Seeing this, he tells him that the curve asks the world, how can I get to Salmon's place? I want to reach here even if I have to pay the price of anything, and I want to spend my life like a habit bird. I want to get out of here and go to another region where, but when I go there, I get relief by feeling a fresh green tree and by smelling it. I get relief not by smelling the dirt of blood. Hearing this, Hans says to him, I also want to go with you to get fresh and inside the region, but his friend tells him that otherwise I cannot do this, but asks Hazrat, why don't we both have tea together? He agrees again. He does, but we are shown a scene after some time when Han was standing drenched in blood and his friend Baba Ma. It was over. Janji looks at him and says to him that what if what happened to you? But a man who says to Han that your life has gone back because of this thing. After all, look at his Ka Teja who tries to run away from here. Look at this thing very carefully, because if someone tries to have mansion aliens also, so his condition will be the same, because the blue pressure inside your body judges the thing that if you try to do it in any way. After which he also remembered those words of Demon Queen. He had uprooted its head, and only then suddenly the hero wakes up from his sleep and he is very upset. He looks at his head and says, what? I had some kind of dream. I remember very well that I saw the Devil Queen in front of me. She tore my head. After which he looked at the surrounding area and said, what is this place? This room is going to be seen. After which that Baba is late after sensing someone. She was the same girl for whom he had brought the national. She tells him that this, Master, this is me, Hangwa, but then one disappears from Max's sight. And yes, G has placed chopsticks on his throat. And he says this in fear, saying, I know. If you or just make even the slightest sound. So what happens to you? After which the girl asks him, who are you, and do you like steel blue? Not the fortress, but send me here. But the girl is said to be nervous and says to her, this master, I am your servant lord. Why are you acting like you are not my young master? If what has happened to you and today? After hearing this from his mother, he says, young master, what kind of thing is this? If you tell the truth, then it is cool. But she has sent that girl. So she tells the girls that I have brought lunch for you because he was lying unconscious here for 6 months now, because why are you a victim of Block Hodge? And recently you were I regained consciousness only 2 days ago. Yes, after hearing no, he says, hey, what nonsense. I was lying here unconscious for 6 months because, why was my purchase blocked? Because of this, I could hear him shouting at the girl and saying that she should fuck me. Stop and tell me the truth. Then I would have told the girls that I have been truthful with you. I have simply brought food for you because you had woken up. But then Harajan's attention goes to his face and he was very surprised to see his face, and he says that after seeing who this scoundrel is, he understood that it is me. But it was not a dream that I had seen or not. I have again become the net of the ring. That is, my whatever happened in the previous life is not a dream. After which the girl calls him again, and yes, this. He tells him who he is and where he is at the end. But then by mistake he pushes the gate open, and while watching this scene, he asks, does any place like this exist outside Mahim? 2 people were coming, and looking at them he again asks who are those people, and comes in front of him and smiles. Seeing this, he was at least confused, after which while sitting in front of him, he is late in the same line Yogesh, the man who is standing on the side, had said in front of fourth or master, and while selecting who from there, he says third young mother sir. Finally you have started recovering completely. He says with great interest after hearing yes or no. Key divide techniques, i.e. want to tell you that I am demand, and that is also inside them. I am inside them. Haveli demand is divine cult, i.e. a demon cult. It had become very fond, after which later after dividing, I went a demand lot and greeted them. Team aloud tells him what is the reason due to which you are today. You have come here to me. Mota tells him that I have come here to report something to you. After which he tells Lot in the body that the third young master has regained consciousness, but Lot is more important than anything. It doesn't work, and he tells him if there is anything else other than this, then Mota tells me that no. It is his complete martial art. The pause has been given due to over-extraction, hence the mode. We here in the team, let's come here to ask what to do with the third young master. Now after hearing this, the lord in the party got very angry and shouted at him. And the power of the load screeching is so much that the modem or it is completely. He has to serve himself. He had to struggle a lot even to sit here. Modern team asks Malload to tell him what you want, sir, but give it. Malload gets very angry and tells him that the ceremony will be held after 3 months. Before that, if you come here and try to harass me again, I will. Kansa must have suffered for this, and while saying this he was said to be angry, and after hearing this Moda bowed his head and told him that I will fully expect this thing that I will give you before 3 months. Don't bother me even a bit, and with this party ends. And the video starts from the next scene, and now I am told in the chapter of Divine Cult on Haveli, D. Haveli demand Divine Cult. It is known as Divine Cult for 1,000 years, and it is the oldest and evil demand power of the generation. Cult, and it was created a few thousand years ago by the masters of Morum, and if it has mental. Talking about power, they are the strongest and their mere existence is known throughout the world as the symbol of chaos. But in numbers, the Federation of D Hill and D Steel Blue Fortress outnumbers them and the world. Havel Airlines calls Steel Blue and Havel Demons a power trade and everything. In Herbal Team, they try more than the people, due to which it is the most demonic cult. After which the scene goes to the top of the housing, where you only look outside. I was thinking the same thing, but how did I get here? Really? This is my second life, but he gets very upset and says, but why come? Why was he born again? After which he calms down and says, first of all I will have to remember, and then after seeing the situation, I will have to make a future click player. After which we are shown the scene of this night. Gee, you use your style technique, theft. He had come here to get the information hidden above the wall. He stands up and says, I think the steel technology is more than necessary. After which we have seen gods talking. Diamond was of a garden yesterday. The strongest guest in the decided purse has come back today, I think. Soon another fight will start again between everyone. Then his other friend also says to be careful. No one should listen to you, otherwise you will be killed here, and he was the first one, so he tells him, but this is a purchase American. A person after 6 months with the support of his block, the purchase started getting better. But I have heard that I am, if you have given martial powers to Ko, then how is his other partner, but if you take some martial arts after that. If she has gone back, then it will be exactly like the name. In fact, she is a completely mysterious demon. When the mysterious demon is raised, due to which some people are killed, after which he also tells her, what should she be careful about? That I will have to stay a little away from the third young master's new story. If I don't get angry, then that. Why do they keep harping on both the things? And after listening to this, Hazari also gets upset and says that this boy is really a very troublemaker and has a nickname Mysterious Demon. How does he live his life? After which he further says leave something like this. And right now I am completely in the center of the demo cut. So first of all I have to. Before taking it out, a plane will have to be made. It is raining. The poor guy is very tired and says while taking a deep breath, but if I tell you the truth, then the technology installed in the night was more than enough because this body is of an 18-year-old boy who is completely healthy. It's kind of dry. First of all, I have to recover my body from fullness. So yes, sitting in a state of confusion, he starts teasing me and says, let's see what is inside it. And after meditating on his chakras with some fear, he says, just like I thought, I have got entangled with its extra orders. First of all, I will have to liberate myself and give me this small route and this route John. After which I will have to give the truck Karthik. I will have to find Blaze, and after that I will have to break through my life. And after that I will have to bring the fourth proof, after which this world will reward me with fortune. The temperature of this romance is slowly increasing and at the same time slowly getting heavier in the air. First of all, I have to learn my boundless technique. Along with this, all the cloud energy inside it has to be taken out from inside it, and after eating this, it starts taking out all the energy from inside itself and starts taking out the negative energy, after which we have a big cloud of live. Stating that, I have had many martial arts of 9 sets in my life. I had created my own master power which I named technique. Being a person who does not have any state, this boundless technique is my lifeline, and after eating, I come out of meditation with my eyes open and say, this is my limit. Because of this I can achieve only a small amount of gold. But after some fear he says, but there is a lot of peace here because it has been a long time since I woke up and no one comes here except the doctor. No one comes to meet me, and we are shown the scene of the doctor where the doctor tells him with folded hands, he says that your speed of recovery is truly Kamal's. So the other man is also his. He says that we will definitely come to meet you again after some time. After which Han further says that another girl has come who does a lot of blanketing in the fair. She is always deceitful in her eggs, and we have shown her servant who is afraid. I was coming a lot, and she says, "This master, I am here for you, and I have brought medicine," and he says in his own words that the nickname of this bastard is Mysterious Demon, and I am completely at the center, i.e., he is one of the people who create trouble with trash personality, but at the same time he understands himself, and says that when I am strong in this place, I don't understand, yes, Jane. So I have to control myself. After which we are shown the scene of the fourth friends after 3 months, in which this doctor was saying that this is too much to believe, because it has been 3 months, and he is doing things, but still why has he not heard anything yet? If it happens, the doctor tells him that he is absolutely fine, but this is strange because he is growing much faster than before. The fourth young master who is recovering angrily says further, but wasn't either of them told that the more powerful one's martial arts power is, the faster he will fall because of it? The doctor nervously says yes. I said absolutely, but it is too strange, so forth the master calls him. That my brother always exceeds my expectations. Tomorrow he goes further, and we are told in the elder of fourth air master whose name is Hoagie Moon. So the doctor asks him on, so tell me, what should we do next? He says that as it is going on as it is, let it go. He asks Emo that no, she has already returned here. He tells the doctor that I feel that Ri will go to the temple by tomorrow afternoon. He tells Emo that it has been more than 6 months since Kieran left here, which means that after his arrival here, something interesting is definitely going to happen. So he tells the doctor to check everything and report back to him, after which we talk for some time. Show me the scene where Hanji Nai was busy in training, and now his personality had become better than before. He had already mastered some word debates, and now he has also gained some muscles on his body. Hey! He had become more powerful than before, and he was practicing yes on his hand, due to which he brings a crack on the wall again. Yes, seeing this, he is surprised and says, I think which one is better, and we are shown that the room in his room is actually much worse. Yes, tired. Hua himself says that I have brought his body back to its normal state within at least 3 months. I have given my full 100% for this, and see right now, because there is only a little demonic energy which is born inside it, that too gradually it will fall in love with the whole country, and then after the training is over, it will become famous. The servant comes again with medicine for him, but as he was drinking the medicine, he felt that there is an insect inside, and after seeing the insect, Han gets very scared and quickly throws the ball on the ground, after which the friends recite his name. Hearing this, they look back in fear and they stand up from his mouth. What is that called? Really? I feel like you can back out of Mansion Allen so easily. If you are, then you are a very arrogant idiot. I have made myself the best in this world and you cheated me. Even if you are the mother, it is completely possible to save your name from the airline so easily. And after hearing such things from him, Yeshji gets completely scared from inside, and it seems that he is a kid. Now he is inside her. He gets very nervous and shouts, "No blue parasite again." But then his servant shouts to the young mother. She has brought him back to his senses, and after regaining consciousness, he sees the girl in front of him, who was asking him whether master is okay, and after not seeing him today, he had just understood that he has a healthy nation, i.e. he is there. After this, his servant leaves from there after giving him the medicine, and Yesji is still very nervous and says to himself that this new life is still like a dream for me. Is it true? I can be completely free. After which he asks himself, then he cleans himself and then puts on new clothes. He is wearing it, but then he hears the sound of someone talking outside. Is he inside? Curtains, yes. He is a guy, but you can't go inside right now, and after hearing this sound, he feels like maybe there is no demo again. He is yesterday's bastard, who has come to meet each other. That's why today I said with a face that I am late. But a voice came from outside that I am happy. I will tell you as soon as possible, but then there is a strong slapping due to which there was an alert because of this thing. After which the gate has to be opened and a girl comes inside and says that it has been a long time, and we are seen behind her. That servant's cheeks are red. He was a little surprised to see them today, and he was surprised to see the girl who looking towards him. He says to his mother, "Who is this girl, by the way? We know her name." Ri comes inside and says to Ha-jun, "Then my hopes are looking better," and Han looks at her and says confused, "If I still been there, I would have run away from the situation. Do you see me standing here like this? You are going to keep me. I thought that you will tell me when you will have tea, but now all I was thinking was that I should run away from here. So he quickly runs away from there and says, I am sorry, but I have to go to such a place. Hearing this, they go out from there and yes, the gate closes in front of them. They put this gate on the poor guy's face. It is really very big. The thought is that he cannot go out of his room, after which he sits very comfortably. She says, why don't you sit here because we have to talk about such things? I don't think I am the medicine of death. I was still wondering what is happening here. After which he got redness in his mind and said that I have removed my shirt to recover my body. My sweat has not reached there yet. That's why please wait here till I come back after changing. Princess says okay. I will wait here. I will do it anyway. It is very good that you do not have any other price. But I was thinking the same thing after seeing every general. It does not seem that she is a normal girl in any way. But I do not have any other choice. So you go from there with your girlfriend and he tells you to follow me. After which both of them go into the corner. And he asks the girl about his female decision. Then hearing this, the girl gets surprised and asks him that we are bad master. Why are you asking me about her? Yes, making her the sister of his memory. He says, look, I am why just now how should I lift the block because of which my head hurts so much and I feel so. It seems that due to someone, my memory has also been affected a lot. Hearing this, she says to the servant Roti Hui, young mother sir. Now you will not go here to read the story. But after hearing the present, the elder makes a face and says, if it is, then I will die. Why are you thinking so much? I haven't even lived this long. So soon the news of my death will come. After which she tells him that the girl's name is Hanging Rain. She is a team and she reduces alertment faculty religion internal clique, and she is the daughter of Demand Kurt's geography family, and she is so powerful and most talented is to be called the most talented girl among us and her. Apart from this, she is known as a heroine in Demon Cult and after Jan, she tells Hanjano that she is also the youngest sister of Master of D4th Air, after which he asks her why she has come here to meet me. Akram, what kind of relationship is there between the two? Does the purse servant have any idea about this? It was not so. So she accepts him, but at the same time she tells everything to Paras that a month ago, you two used to talk to each other for a long time and after this Jan, Hajian had understood that there is some relation between them. In this way, there is no average relationship, after which he asks the servant to give your knowledge. Sunday, thank you very much, and at the same time he asks her, is your face okay? There is a lot of swelling on your face, so go and rest. After hearing this, it is the servant's surprise. It is Cast and she says that it is okay. That is, she is very confused after seeing the present leaving from there. She says that earlier he used to be very angry with me, but now see how much calmer and more gentle he has become than before. After which you come near Han Run. Well, he says that I did not think much, that is why I am in the road. I'm sorry, but Run got a little confused and said that it was okay. After which Hai left the train. He asks what could have happened due to which you have come here. Paran too, noticing the thing, gets a little confused and says her and I. If it is called world attitude in the old way, then it is completely different as I am third. She knew the young master. It seems that the brightness has gone from his eyes. That is, it is true that, since the third young master's return, she has given her mental pause to purchase. So she further tells Ray that there is no reason that is hidden between the two of us, and you know this very well. So I have come straight to the point, after which she leaves her contact and says contract. Do you remember in Bait about whom we both have feelings? So, I remember this. Yes, there was a little surprise in front of you regarding the contract, and Run tells him the penalty, which will be 3 times. After which, while telling him in Bade, she says an amount. The money I had invested in drugs has been closed as before, which is a. There was 1,000 yachts, and apart from this, there was some other money which I had invested because we were very close to each other. It was 2,000 rupees, but I took some things in excess, due to which I spent so much. Yes, everyone who hears this gets a little confused and says, what wonder drugs? Am I the 4th one master's younger? Fully invested in money and medicine with sister. If you think about it in a big way, then what kind of thing is it? But she tells him that the whole thing together is 6,000 games. So you give me my money, after which I will leave from here, and if it is a little difficult for you to pay the money. So you write my contact. Can you give me this money later, dog? Yes. Seeing this I say, using confusion here, that I did not have any kind of experience here, and because of my cute blockage he found himself here. But she is acting like a victor, and because of this now she wants money from me. I want to build my reputation. I wanted to do this so that I can increase my wealth and buy it comfortably, ignoring the fact that I was buying insurance and was on the bed. She has come here to ask me for money. That is, she is a girl. Doing this is more than enough. She is doing less wrong. So yes, after thinking about it, she says, okay, I can give you this money. I was also a little surprised to see these. After which the attendant tells his servant to bring the breast paper from the salary. I have to write something here. Then after knowing what the paper is, he says to himself while writing the new contact, whether it is here or not. No matter what happens, the purchase here is wrong and I can give him this money. Because anyway, I will leave GK later but stay. Seeing this, she gets a little confused and says to herself, an idiot like the third master is writing a contract. I didn't think that it would be so much from the beginning. It could also be a city. I have never seen anyone who has more than that, and if you are here to tell me, you are the one who will give the money. This thing is completely clear that I am telling you that I am a boy. Now after hearing this, he got angry and he says in his mind that this girl is here for this. She is tweeting the body like a dog and this girl i.e. has started making me angry, so it's like an encounter here. While standing, she says that this contract will remain till I get all my money back, as long as we both will talk to each other respectfully because we both are contractors with each other, but she does not like hazing. It says respect. Do you think that after all I respect you? I will talk about the fact that when you are with me with such a contract, you get very confused. What do you say to him? And yes, he tells his servant to quickly bring the commander of the royal garden here instead. He is surprised to see this. Hui says why did he suddenly call the commander here, and then when the commander was there? But after this, he asks every day, what happened suddenly due to which you have called me here? Yes, hello. He says, prepare the family crush quickly. I want to go to the story. Hearing this, the third asks the commander, young master, I don't know in the big place if you are talking about life and in the current state. I don't think you should go to the story, but Had shouts at him that he has to go to meet Brother Lot. So quickly prepare the crush, and also tell Damo Lot that I have come to meet him. I am, but after hearing this, I am very surprised because here one of the designers tells her that it is okay first. I will convey your opinion in this, and as soon as the permission is granted from there, I will start preparing the crush, but after not listening, you try to stop Harijan. She asks him then what are you doing, but Han tells him that if what happens to you, if you want then I can also fight back, I too can see this. I want to know whether this contract is fair for Damon Lot or not. Run is very surprised to see this and says, man, third young master, you want to tell me that we both should go here together. After all, you are in the team. What does John mean with intention? But yes, he says, John, is there any problem in this thing? Nasa says, if they come to know in the near future that you have made a contact with me, then you will not be safe here. Yes, Namaste says that you are right, but they also know that I am a purchase call. I have happened because they also know that I was alive separately and I have unlocked my mental power. Now, not in my elder, but in your elder, think what will happen to you because this world knows very well that your family is very much a Kamal family, and they give executions only in few Cayman, and if mother take time for me, Kashmiri. If it happens then I will be thrown out from here, but if I listen to you. If you go, not only will you be remembered, but your purse will be Jai Ho Sa for you. The family has raised such a stupid girl. Because of this she will be thrown out from everywhere due to which your family will be ruined like before, much after Renyi January. There is a lot of hobby and cast and also sweat because after doing all this amazing, she was very scared, after which he said, okay, let's meet later. I am leaving from here on foot. While trying to stop him, she says, we don't want to become a supreme leader. Yes, do you know what you did to the animals as a supreme leader? Oh, with this body, have you gone crazy? Do you feel like ever since I woke up? Do I have any chase here to become the supreme leader? So he tells him further, let's meet each other inside the demon palace. But Perrin gets too much every now and then and tells him to wait again, which is finally here. What should I do after this? You stay here. You get confused after hearing yes, no. Otherwise it says that after all you are here. What method are you talking about? And as she looked back, Run was feeling very shy and she further asked him what can we do? After which you go to the table lot and do the band from there. In the end, what is this? What should I do to whom you will not join Lot in the team, and all of them take advantage of this opportunity of yours? Hold the contract here, and that too with your hands, and with this the party ends. Now the story is not connected to the next scene. Yes, he was remembering the buttons of his killed friend. which he used to talk to him to extract his memories. Yes, some of his friends had killed some people here, in which women and children were also included. Yes, after seeing all this, he did not regret anything because of yesterday. He asks with fear if there were only so many people, then he simultaneously tells him that yes, we have seen it all over Kenya, and there is no single cheat left here. Yes, Janice says that people has cheated the aliens and commented on a lot of big bad. So definitely one of them could be a child. We notice an object in the hand of a nearby population boy, and as if after seeing what he has seen, his heart trembles completely, and looking at his face it was clear that after seeing it, I was really very scared because it was the same craft bird which belonged to a friend, and then it was hit by someone from behind. There was a sound of shouting, and as soon as he looked back, his friends were killed by someone, and it was the same boy who was his friend. He could see anger in his eyes, and his sword was also shining. Yes, he tries to understand her, but he quickly attacks her and injures her. He had also broken the sword here, and after doing so, he took the treatment of his wife and child and started running away. But today he tried to stop him, and the boy was crying in pain because of what he had done to his family. Today I told him to please stop and listen to me once. They had told us that it is our duty to. Whoever has betrayed the aliens, we will have to eliminate them. They had said that all of them are fraudsters. Those who had commented on the crime, I really don't know anything about them. What did they say? Who were these people? I really don't know anything about them. I didn't know it at all when I grew up. But that boy screams in pain to his family because of whom? Later, while dying, he says that the people whom you have killed today, even if it is not for you, you are talking about life. But every day you only kill people, you kill life. There is no idea in bait of this, and there is no way that you can listen to it because of this. So that you can know something, after your acceptance, I also give a curse for your next life. Your life will be like death for those people who will be close to you, and after eating this, the boy said yes, in whose hands he died from this place, which again shifts in time, where Hajj is performed for this very reason. Bademain was thinking, and he was going to meet Domain Lot while sitting in the catchment, after which we are shown the scene of Domain Lot, who was getting his ass made of mine. I was ready and wearing clothes, after which he was enjoying while drinking alcohol. And Modho comes to him and tells him concretely that he is going to meet the third air master, is requesting, after which he was waiting for Lot on TV to say what he is going to say here. Then after filling his load in Dream, he asks him, that is, you want to tell me that third request? Carrie is in the mood to meet me. Tell me yes, you are absolutely right. I was a little scared earlier. I have sent him to the garage, so the third lord will come here after some time. But after hearing this, I load him and tell him to take him inside the demonic judgment villa, and after hearing this, Modem also said that he was surprised. Because it is not such a place where anyone can just go there laughing and playing, but it doesn't mean a load. They don't even talk, so the fat man tells me that it's okay as you have requested me. I will do it, and after eating this, he leaves the load in the Mod DR video and goes away from there. But Daimolot, he has alcohol here. I am feeling very sleepy after drinking. But how is Deval Lot? It is always a relief from the drunk father and a relief from the torment. After which we are shown the scene of Han's room. Has Winter gone, and the doctor has come to meet him, and he is checking him, and after examining him, he says whose hands are colder, but till now I don't know him by feeling the woman who uses him to feel my pulse, but he is also a doctor. Seeing this, he is surprised and says that your damaged buffalo has started recovering completely. Last time is right, it has recovered, and not just once, i.e. not only the addiction. I think because of those hubris and because of acupuncture. Because of this, you really have the reservation ability of a lotus, but even doctors look at Harijan in this way. Asked for a little fear, he becomes silent because everyone was staring at him with a big face, after which the doctor moved back and apologized to him and said, please forgive me. Really, after seeing this, I am very interested in how much regenerative ability of lotus you have inside you. After which it is ahead of the doctor. Says I am sure about this thing that now you will definitely not need acupuncture to get mobile. Now you can take nutrition mains to recover your strength, and apart from this supreme penis nutrition, also says that it is fine, but some there is such a thing because of which I am a little curious, after which he talked to the doctor about it. In Bade he asks, is it true what is supreme penis nutrition? In Bade, I had never heard of it before you. In Bade, also after seeing the doctor there was price, after which he tells in Bade and says this is a mixer of decoction post find hers, which is it helps a lot in recovering your energy. This is done by the doctor himself. He makes it, and it is given only to those people of the household who are the top members in the ranking. Yes, after hearing this, he says to her, "Okay, if it is like this, then it is okay." And he also tells his mother that such a medicine which I have recovered the energy and power, and at the same time the people there say leave it, this is just a medicine, and if you want then take the mother. Such medicine really helps in reducing the pain. Because of that he had already told me that my recovery should be faster. Then the doctor further said that I will come again after 2 days and I hope that your recovery will be better, and then I have gone to the doctor. After my death, he also got a good breath and says, "I am really feeling sleepy now." After which in the video, while thinking deeply, Lot says that finally I am going to meet him. I am thinking what kind of person he can be. After which he further says, "Here in Congo Mori, every person is a relief. I don't think that mansion can be so much curry for demand. It is the strongest the day before yesterday if we look at it, he has never used his full power nor has he ever shown it. Otherwise if we look at it, he is the strongest person in this world. How could it really be more dangerous for me to go and meet him even in this way?" And we have shown some pieces of paper there, i.e. the pieces of this contractor. Today we say that I don't know much about Demon Kutsbata, so I should be as curious as possible, and I was getting very angry after thinking about Sathuran Bata because Ron had told him to break the contract. Told him that my knight father-in-law is very angry because of my being a human being, this holy Devon cat. It was really a very important thing for me and what to do. She was crying whose elder said in anger if I think in his elder. I am here once again because I have taken birth as if I am someone else's dog. Yes, it is true that I get very angry thinking about this thing and only jokes. She is a girl of the family or whoever she belongs to, but she was looking at my face and hitting me with a red-colored contract. In fact, the thought of this is making me even more angry, but then her servant came there. Or tells the master i.e. Han that we have talked to him in advance and told him that he is ready to meet you. So the cash is completely ready for your life. So you should get ready quickly. After hearing yes or no, he says in his house, that is, things are going to happen in this way now. So I feel that I should be ready for this thing, after which he opens the gate and gets ready to die there. After which we are shown the scene after Courage was stopped. When Neman was going to meet Lot after taking him out of it, a servant tells him that the Lord and the team has called you inside the Judgment Pavilion. Not for a demo, so please, let the guide proceed, after which he goes along the garden and sees a lot of things in front of him. He has seen the CDO, and after seeing this, he is also very surprised and says to himself, after all, a Judgment Pavilion has been shown to Willian. He was sitting very comfortably and enjoying his liquor, and after seeing this, he says, "Look how! It seems that today the taste of wine has become much sweeter," and on the other hand we have been shown the scene of Han which that demand was rapidly climbing upwards, moving towards a headquarters pavilion. This was what was in my mother's mind. In fact, this demand is like the headquarter of yesterday, and there are many gods here too. They give values to each president. And he further says in the beginning that once I remember I was stuck inside a track, which was made by Havels and trains. Here the high-level masters had completely surrounded the area IE had played, and this GKP is exactly like that. It feels like I have come inside a dragon flower or maybe inside a lion's cave. It means that if I make even one mistake here, my death is so certain. Now tell me how after climbing the stairs, Demand and Judgment come and stand in front of PV's gate, and the servant tells him that we have come here. Then seeing this, Han gets a little disappointed and says, "I didn't realize that they called this place Villian on demonic judgment. I am not feeling perfect in any kind of pavilion." As soon as the gate is opened, the person looking at the pressure coming from inside says yes or no. I think the thing is perfect now. I haven't even started yet, so I should act as if I already know everything about everything. Here's a single move also decides that how do I have to survive inside the demand court? After the office gate is fully open, John, he is told that now you can go inside, and yes, John, while going inside, you say goodbye to yourself. He says, "Pay attention to this thing. Now I am going to go here and face Demon Lot, but come inside." After his death, he is very surprised to see the scene in front of him, and his eyes are completely empty because it was cold all over, due to which the whole thing was very dry, but the scene inside was so different. The trees and plants here were becoming lush green, and there were thousands of varieties of flowers here. Flowers and plants were also fortified. After seeing all this, his pride subsides and he says, I felt that winter will start here, brother. Spring is spread all over the place. After seeing all this, it seems so. That I am dreaming. This thing is not real, Shakti. This only means that this is a kind of nation formation from hello. Because if you look at it, I have no other way to understand this thing because it is winter all over. But after coming here, seeing that there is fresh greenery all over, I also feel that it is one at all. It is like the GK of dreams, and while roaming around he has looked at the trees and plants and says that these are really too many lotuses. But as if he was enjoying the trees and plants, then he heard a voice saying that he was very nervous after hearing this on this side, and he looked back saying that you gave me the door. There was a pavilion built inside which the team was waiting. You can also see that this pavilion was not here a little while ago, and he has seen someone there, and after seeing this he understood that. Who is this? And then slowly he starts moving his cum towards the lotus in the growing lamp. But along with the extension of his legs, there are flowers playing there, but the hat itself goes back again, and they wither. Seeing this, he says to his mother, "It seems as if I am moving forward on my own, as if someone is controlling me." By giving this thing loaded in the Audi, he says to himself that there is life here with the first cam and death with the second cam. This cam is more of the lotus, that this demonic judgment pavilion is of this kind. The third of this kind is this. He is imagining the thing, i.e. this is the whole thing which is happening here. He is imagining our make as it is, i.e. all the beauty inside the judgment pavilion, and everything that is happening here is the product of our hero's thinking. All this is happening here because of him, and Han stands in front of the pavilion and says one of his essays. My basic reason for being a king is that the night is very dangerous, but still he, clenching his fists, he says, but I can't go back from here. If I want to leave demand Kurt and live a new life, then for that I will have to face a lot, and finally today I am here. Gonna meet Demon God D9th the day after tomorrow, like Mansion Devon is called D Great Ninth Mansion. Demon Lord Shivang Song, and we have shown Time Lord in front of Harijan, who has a beard and a cat mustache, due to which now he looks less good than before, but also quite dangerous. After which, if there is a demand, the scene outside the Judgment Pavilion. It is shown that he asks the modern servant, or the third lord has gone inside, and he says everything. Is that yes, but is there something that is bothering you? No one answers him. So he gets a little confused and apologizes for his mistake, and tells me, what do I do within the lots a rate like this? Only two have grown up that there is any outside side. The first time this happened was 25 years ago when they had to choose their first disciple. It says to the servants, i.e. your first disciple. You mean the first young lords? The modern says no. First rank Master Damon, Lot's disabled person was made 20 years ago. After hearing this, the preface says, or does it want to tell us that Lot's in KD there is another disciple who was before the first disciple who says that? Exactly right, but he had gone inside the unknown distinguishable shadows, due to which he was killed inside the Demali Judgment Pavilion. His skin had been torn off from the puja. It seemed as if some wild animal had torn him to pieces. This servant is very old after January. Being more surprised, he says that I had watched all this on TV, and I felt like it. He says that if Lode had wanted to kill him earlier, then he would not have brought him here. After which the servant asks about the elder of the other man who had gone inside earlier. Then he tells him that there is a person who is younger and the elder has seen all the matters. He has the authority on everything, and he was the only person who had the brain here. He had come because of this, and not because of martial arts, and he was the only other person who was in demand. He had gone inside the Judgment Pavilion. The servant asks his elder if he had come back alive. Moda tells me that yes, of course he is. Came back alive, and with his head held higher than before, and today this demo entered the gate of the Judgment Pavilion. Third B, the door is open. I am just hoping that will Master Baba of Third Air come alive or not. Seeing the pot in the handy, the same line has to be said, and then Deval greets him and tells him to raise his head, and for the first time he have seen the lot in front of you. What does the presence of Devlock mean for it? What is the intention in it? Looking at it, he says, okay, this is Daimel load please. It is different like D Great Demonic Master and D Roller Off which were inside it, but why is he not taking it out in any way, i.e. all those sentimental things were completely lies, but I am here. But why is it important? But I can do the mysterious thing that this state does. If only there is someone like this here. If a person comes who does not have any reason due to which he gets stuck here, then his being one of the top 10 martial artists of the world will not be any less, because he is the most powerful martial god in this world. Because how is this motor so powerful? It can even be said that it is completely tenacious of a purse. But if he is so powerful, then why is he not trying to make himself a trident even after his death? Leon's attention goes towards this thing, and he says while playing his cheeks, I am only a woman. I am so scared. I have to pay attention to myself, and at the same time he further says that, where did your use of one of the top 10 stones in the world go? He takes his one and starts placing it on top of the glass, and today he doesn't understand. Lot in the party tells him to take this and this thing. He thanks him for it, and looking at it he says that the shop is better. After all, how much time would it have taken for it to be made, due to which there is so much fragrance inside it? Main Lord tells him that you can drink it, after which Hajar makes him drink it, and Main Lord tells him that I don't know. It was said that you want to meet me. Yes, sir. Calm down for a little fear, and Lord asks him, after all, what was the reason due to which you were meeting me? Hearing this, Hazari thinks to his mother that it is said that it is cold to have 1 month and 1 disciple. After having 1 master-disciple, all the people of the region treat each other in the same way. Harshali talks, but no matter what happens, doesn't it feel a little confusing to Lot in the team? I like it, so I feel like I should go directly to my point again. A says, yes, I had a request from you. De Villiers asks in the beginning of the request, what is the request? Yes, hello, he says, I would like to see you. And at the same time, he was very nervous and said to his mother, I. After all, what is the reason due to which you hesitate so much? I myself was one of the top 10 stock martial artists, really seriously, and you are standing here silently like a child, after which he again agreed. Later he says to him, will it be okay if I leave tomorrow and go from here after saying this to Suku and Bai? Then again he gets very nervous and says, what is it? I feel like I have spoiled everything. At the end he was saying, why don't you think of anything earlier? I could have also said that I have to go out and get something fresh. That's why I just want to go out for a while. De Villiers tells him after hearing this, you want to leave tomorrow? Yes. Namaste. He says yes, and he also feels that wait here honesty is going to make me come. After which Dream a lot with a little anger tells him to fill my words, don't see today. He is a little nervous and says, why are there a few clouds? I don't have the slightest idea as to what is going on. What's going on in your mind? And Team A says to Lot Herzen that you're more cloudy than before. Do you want to tell me that you just want to go out for a while? Or do you want to tell me that you want to break the task, i.e. the relationship with tomorrow next year? After hearing yes or no, you are completely interested. Had gone and Load in the lamp further tells him that you don't like me being disabled at all, but seeing this he gets nervous and tells him that no, I did not mean all this. Then further he asks, either we have taken care of all our things. You have already taken every mother on top of it because your body is already too much. Abilities are spread only so much, but yes friends, he says to his mother that no. Please let me speak. But Daimel loads further and tells her with anger, this is a complete disappointment. Now seeing this, Han felt as if he seems trapped here, so he tells her that look, it is not that I was asking about my relations here. I want a break. What I meant was that I have recovered after a long time, and because of time, I have also given all my martial power completely, so I want to stretch myself just a little bit. This is also for me. Not as comfortable as I thought, but I was just thinking of going out and freshening up a bit. No one gives such a reaction after hearing this Hawa le Sukun Badi and Lot. But yes, when I go ahead to say that this was the reason due to which I was meeting you. But now when did one roll in anger after this mass? I tossed my hair on the ground and said, friend, I want to tell you that you had requested to meet me because you had requested me to meet you. This god is like this because you want to go out. He was very nervous after not seeing me today, and he says to himself that this sister was wrong of mine. If I think about it in a big way, I took you out too careless because this sister is as useless as before because a reason why I requested that I and other things couldn't meet her. Give me peace with the bill note, and after that if I ask her can I go out from here, will she give me permission to do so? Really what a bad sister she is. After that she says there is something else besides this. Now seeing this, Han gets very nervous and says, I feel that I don't have much time. Let's go as soon as possible and get a response. What is the problem? What should I say? So after a little hesitation he tells her that I was just looking at you because you are my master. Malad. Seeing this, he becomes calm again for a little fear. Yes, and Han also does not say anything like this, but at the same time he says in himself how it does not feel like seeing this. This is a big reaction, and besides, even if the state of my body is so bad, but being a disabled person, There are some duties which I must carry out and I cannot by your humility and kindness, so I thought that I should come to you and thank you for this, and at the same time he says that yes, it is absolutely right. I should play a sentimental card like with the motion of double load. I will take away Sukuin from here and after this, he will make his ball which was lying in his hand disappear into thin air. Seeing this, he says he is present. He says nervously that the deal is not loaded. Says, why did you give the Audi a cloud in the test? Load says to Han, disabled person has some duties. He says to Hazrat, what do you mean? In the video, Load gets erect and after seeing it, Hyan was even more surprised because perhaps it is too big for him. Slow Dick says, if you are good at your duties, then maybe you are here with this body of mine. They are not present here in front of you, and perhaps for so long I myself have missed this thing a bit. The present person is surprised and says, what should I say? What do you mean by this body? Is there someone else inside, or is the load in the lamp directly looking inside my school? After all, it is exactly here. I don't have any idea what is happening, but then there is a pickle loaded in it, and it turns over, seeing which the spotter was even more surprised because in the beginning he thought that it was lying here, but it turned over. Load had not been able to catch him here yet. Han says, I was getting a little upset because of this as he had said that a disabled person was traveling in the block and that G2 could recover quickly. After recovery, we have come to pay respect to the master and want to say that I have no idea about his duty. What kind of nonsense is this? Now it seems like maybe or there is something else, which is if there is a word after which. Looking down, he says to Han that after 3 days I will send someone, and now you can go with brother. Yes, you know, after seeing the complete surprise, he stood there in a daze and his mouth was wide open with his eyes wide open. And he says, what does it mean? I had a request here that I want to go out of here in this thing. I don't have any idea. Have you allowed me or not? Have I been allowed to go out or not? I am still not able to understand anything, but after the meeting, I went out of the pavilion. Looking down, I was thinking to myself that these damned judgments have become greener. It's been a long time. That he had not seen my side for a long time. After which we are shown the scene of the night where he is giving alcohol to the modem, and he tells her that these are your records for your hardware. Madam is very nervous and says that this he is my owner, after which he drinks it and asks the teammate, what about the third one? Was confused, and he tells him that he has gone to his home and started recovery again. DML asks from the order if there is anything else apart from this. Then the mod doctor tells him that yes, just wait for a while, and further says that this is quite good because when I picked it up 10 years ago, I thought it was a hen, but it was a. There was disappointment, and he took out a venomous snake, but today when I saw him again after so long, it seemed as if there was a magical world inside his mouth which cast a spell on me, and as the evils were going away he was surprised to hear that we are going to understand death gradually, after which we are going to understand the demand of becoming fat. It is told in the big part of the Judgment Pavilion because there is a place that judges the evil that the demons come inside the Judgment Pavilion. They load him into the team and judge the formation, and the Judgment Pavilion looks at his heart, which comes in, and she reveals things that she doesn't like about her current status, and then there's a time that when Dimmer Lot's Bill attacks him on top of things, after which it depends on the lot in the team whether that demonic formation pavilion will attack him or not, and only after that formation destroys him, and that formation technique is shown only to the true intentions of the opponent. And that formation is a highest. Devlet asks Mod whether Solitary Bamboo Group is taking good care of him. Moda tells me that personally, there are countless elders here who maintain him every day. But on an average, only 5 caterers get trophy in a month. The good thing is that till now no one has agreed with Mina that this is good enough, after which she says send it inside all the glory. After seeing this we became very fond of Moda, and now on the front side it is shown that a rat is being fed to a snake, and you can see it like your hero Hajun, like a very. They are going to send him to the more dangerous GK, and Moda tells him, or wants to say by name, that he has to send the third inside the Solitary Bamboo Glory. He tells him that he is absolutely right because that is a perfect place where he can be fresh and could take, and also showed us the scene of Bamboo Glory that back is really very dangerous. There are dangerous monsters in which in the next scene. Yes, G had gone there with the other lizard, and after coming here, he was getting very angry, and while spitting his load in his mother's mouth, he said, I just told them this. I had requested that I should go out and be a little scared, but how come they have sent me away? From where I can't even go into the story, After all, what wrong have I done to you due to which you have sent me here to such a useless place? And saying this, Han was really getting very angry, and after that he starts abusing Lot while shouting loudly. He starts abusing Lot, and with this the lesson ends here. That's why if you like it, then there is another series like this which I am going to bring to you. So subscribe to my channel now, and if you like the video, please like and comment. I will meet you in the next video.